This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast, and it's that time of the year. We're talking Aaron Rodgers, Jets. And we're getting ready to kick it off. The NFL, man, oh man, they never stop poking the bear. Is Aaron Rodgers going to be ready to play this year? Is Aaron Rodgers going to be ready to play the San Francisco 49ers on opening night? Taking on the superstar of the NFL, which is Brock Purdy. And is Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett, are they going to be able to compete in the AFC? Those are the questions that are asked, and I'm here to answer them for you. Aaron Rodgers, that's my guy, basically. Aaron Rodgers from Chico, California. Folks, I live in Chico, California, and he's finally free. You know, the Jets got an opportunity to get him, and it's been controversy, no doubt about it. They're going to open up with the San Francisco 49ers. Losers of the Super Bowl, I am a fan of the 49ers. Objectively, I cover the NFL, and there's no doubt about it. This home opener is going to be a good one. You know, a lot of people got a lot of speculation of what they think's going to happen, how it's going to happen. Here's the deal, folks. You got Woody Johnson, owner of the Jets. He don't want to see no part of Aaron Rodgers until Aaron Rodgers is ready to get on the field. And the best part about Woody Johnson, what he wants to see, he wants to see Aaron Rodgers go ahead and finish up the game and shake his hand after and say, welcome to the Jets. Okay, the opener's going to be with the 49ers. And man, oh man, let me just put it to you in a different way. You know, you got James Jones played with Aaron Rodgers, played with Brett Favre. And one thing about Rodgers, I can tell you, that's a different breed. You know, I know Rodgers. I know the family. I coached my son in basketball. I coached his younger brother, Jordan, in football, PVI. Hell of a football player, won the Almond Bowl. That's a big game in Chico, California. Went on to Vanderbilt and won some football games. Is doing a great job in the media. And no second fiddle. I got tired of being Rodgers' little brother, but that's not the subject. The subject is he got hurt in the first game, and we haven't seen him in a while. And the media, man, oh man, you talk about the media, okay, you talk about Jets former GM Mike Taliban. What's Mike thinking about him? I'll tell you what Mike's thinking about him. Mike's saying here the deal is with Aaron Rodgers, you got a whole different situation coming out of the pike. And if you got something different coming out of the pike, Mike wish he had Aaron Rodgers. He didn't get him, folks. He had a bunch of quarterbacks. He probably don't even remember the names. But here's what I'll tell you about Mike Taliban. That's a smart man. He knows the game of football. And when it comes to what is Aaron Rodgers going to do, everybody's in speculation except me. Money Mike's going the Jets' way. And I'm telling you here, Aaron Rodgers is going to dip right on into the Super Bowl. Here's the difference between the AFC and the NFC. Usually it's the coaches. Coaches don't kind of switch sides. Coaches that coach NFC football. That's what they do. They stay in the NFC. Coaches that usually coach in the AFC, NFL coaches, they'll go to other AFC teams. They don't flip-flop. So the NFL and the AFC defensive coordinators, they haven't seen Aaron Rodgers. And when you look at it from that perspective, you know, you got to understand what's going on. Now, I've been listening to the media, and I've been listening. I even love to speak. And you know, the Speak Media, I mean, that's a good show. And, you know, they get on there and they talk about Aaron. And they talk about him in a good fashion. But here's what Nathaniel Hackett said. He said, we're going to turn back the clock on you guys because the clock's been just moving too fast. They got Aaron penciled in at 40 years old, but Nathaniel Hackett said, man, that was the new 20. He's coming in shape, and I love the show. You know, I love Shady McCoy. Shady McCoy was a hell of a football player. But when you look at it, folks, and you get right back down to it, everybody's saying, well, it's Aaron's not going to do this. Aaron's not going to do that, folks. Come on. Let's just keep it 100 and try to understand what's going on. He got hurt. He made a miraculous comeback. He could have played last year. He didn't. He still got some healing to do, and he's ready to play football. Now, you got this thing about him going to mini camp, and he's not here, and he's not there, and what's going to happen, and how's it going to happen? folks, let me just educate you a little bit, because the more I educate you on Aaron, the better you're gonna feel. Aaron is, one of the guys you gotta say to yourself, when you get people who are like, highly intelligent, borderline genius, a genius, you know what they say, when you get to being at that level, you can get a little schizophrenic. But he's went out and changed his life. Jets fans, so you'll know this, and I'm going to let you on a little inside, because he's going into dark places, went over to Egypt, and you want to look at the Rodgers family, Ed, Darla. I mean, they're like the McCarthys, okay? So let's just clear that air, okay? I mean, McCaffrey in San Francisco, you look at that family, that's the Rodgers family. I mean, mom's just a straight arrow, okay? There's no moving or changing of spirituality, anything like that. That's her son. Dad is just a great individual, been friends a long time. Enjoy our conversations every time we speak, Ed. And when you get right down to it, you got to play football. And then there's Luke. I always mention Luke because Luke's a confidant. Doesn't really get in the media or jump out there too much, but he's there. But here's the deal, what's going on with Aaron Rodgers, and I want to bring it back home because I don't want nobody to get confused what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. Here's what's happening. Aaron goes into the deep, dark places, okay? And these deep, dark places you see Aaron go into, folks, here's what he's got his mind on. Aaron will pencil out for you the front four for every team in the AFC, okay? If the media wants to get in there, because one thing I do know about Aaron Rodgers, I don't know his personal life, everything he does in his life, but I know him from the NFL. I know him from being in that championship locker room in Soldier Field when they went on and won the Super Bowl. I know what it's like to go up to Lambeau and get right to his locker, and he came out and said, hey, how's little Mike doing? That's my son. Well, Aaron, little Mike's got a grandson now. It's Jace Walker. But here's the deal. I know Aaron only in the NFL perspective. And, man, he studies the front four. He knows every single one of them. Okay, he can go right on down the line, every opponent he's going to play. So don't think for a minute when he says he's going into darkness, he's just going to go and close his eyes. Aaron's got the books out. Aaron is studying. He'll tell you every defensive player. He'll name them each by name on all 17 opponents he's going to play. And when it comes right down to it, he's ready to play the warm-up. I've had an opportunity to see these guys play in the NFL, and I'm telling you, folks, it's borderline. Everybody that plays in the NFL, here's the deal. You got to have a master's degree to do it, and some of these guys got a PhD, and when you get to it, they run a little ragged. Now, he had to do what he had to do, and this is the Green Bay way, and it happened for him, and it happened to him. So, I mean, what do we really want to say about the Green Bay way? The Green Bay way is they'll let you be the quarterback. The guy gets to go back and forth. What's he going to do? Sign, leave, whatever. Brett Favre did the same thing. Finally had to go to Minnesota Vikings. Come on back, okay? So the Jets could see the Packers again. There's no doubt about it. And when you look at it, I mean, just, being a couple Hall of Fame, there's James Jones right there, and he's saying the Niners got no chance. It's a big step up for the Niners to go back and play these guys on an opening night. And, folks, here's what I mean, because you're going to step in there and you got Shanahan. And Shanahan's got the offense, but the defense is brand new. And Aaron Rodgers is going to have a dip on everybody on that offense and everybody on the defense. And this is how Rodgers rolled in the NFL. Like I said, I don't know his personal life, but I know his NFL life. Seen him down in Oakland come on, lead a comeback game. I know how he prepares for the game. I know how he handles it after the game. I know what his mentality when he's dealing with the media. And he knew he was going into New York. He went into New York. He knows the media is tough. So New York, sit back, relax. You got a football player getting ready to play some championship football. And you got about 50-50. You got the guys who know the football saying, hey, the Jets are loaded. The Jets are loaded, okay? The Jets are not running around without any talent. And Aaron hasn't been there. And Woody understands this. Woody had a $60 million coach last year. And Woody don't want to see no parts of Aaron Rodgers in minicamp. He really don't even want to watch him in training camp. Woody wants to do one thing, shake his hand after the end of the first game. Welcome to the Jets, Jets, Jets. And the fans, the media, Man, this is going to be a banner year. The Jets have never had anything like this before. And when I say anything like this before, I'm talking about the Aaron Rodgers. Okay, and don't get it wrong. Him and Tom Brady, they got a little long-standing feud going. And, because let's face it, Aaron's got 1 Super Bowl. Tom Brady's got 8, 9, 10. I think Tom Brady got a couple in his sleep. But if you really ask me, you know what? He's him and Tom are very competitive. They play golf. And every time Tom brings it up, I'm sure he doesn't hesitate to say, you know what? How's that 1 ring you got doing? Because Tom has got, 7, 8 of them. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast, and we are powered up by Fanatics. We are going in a different direction, folks, and this is the Jets. And why am I telling you that? Because at the end of the day, folks, the Jets are back on the map. I'll bring it to you. I'm going to bring it to you firsthand so everybody else who's doing all that talking, okay, you're going to get it from me. You're going to get what the truth is, and I promise you this, I will always bring it to you 3 ways. We're going to talk to you. We'll go a little behind the scenes. We'll talk about the secret truth, or we'll bring it to you uncut. There's my old buddy Shannon Sharp, ye of little faith as well. The thing I know about Shannon is Shannon was a great football player, Hall of Famer, has been blessed all his life. Blessed on television, blessed on the field, in the city as well. But when you look at it, Shannon got a big break. As I always tell you, I'm from Chico, played football at Chico State. And our tight end was there. Was a hell of a tight end. His name was Chris Verhulst. And Mike Shanahan, man, oh man, did he love some Chris Verhulst. But he went ahead and drafted Shannon. Shannon was the backup. Might not have saw the field. And Chris, how you doing? Hope everything's well, you and the family. But Chris Verhulst, 5th-round draft pick of the Houston Oilers from Chico State, went on, ended up to the Broncos, and was ready to go and tore his growing. And God has a plan and a purpose for Aaron. He's had a plan and a purpose for Shannon Sharp. And when you are a man with the purpose, there's nothing can change it. So I say to you, Woody, get ready. Jets fans, get ready. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. We'll be bringing it to you, and the Jets are back in the saddle. And for all you non-believers, we'll be right here. I'll always tell you, it's my opinion. But if it turns to truth, I've given you the facts before they happen. And that's just the way it works. So we're with you. Jets. We got it. Let's go. And we're going to get it better and better because the Jets are going to the Super Bowl. And a lot of people don't believe that, but time will tell, and there's no other way. But Aaron Rodgers, your guy, he's ready to go. Okay, training camp's getting ready to open, and you got who? The NFL keeps poking the bear. You got Aaron Rodgers and the 49ers. Niners didn't draft him. Every year the Packers played him. Every year the Jets will play him, and we're going to win the ball games. We'll see you soon.